I have noticed some men don't like to date women that have kids.
Is this now? Can I ask this, is it normally men who already have children or men who don't have children?
Sometimes it's men that already have kids,
Hmm.
and which is sad because it's like you already have kids, but you don't want to date someone that has kids.
Hmm. Do you think that the economic times that we're in has a lot to do with that? Because I can see that a man who possibly have children with someone else, and then they come into a relationship with a woman who has children, they may not want to carry that financial load.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We pretty much, man, got a brother shutting down a sister, man, just by simply asking her a quick question. Do you think the economy has something to do, right, with men not wanting to deal with women who have children? She's hearing that a lot of your men who have children of their own don't want to date women with their own set of kids. Kind of goes against what I say, in a sense that if you have a child, I feel like they should always go find somebody else who have a set of kids of their own, or who have a child of their own. Now, am I disagreeing with that, right? Am I disagreeing with the man's response? No, not at all. Not at all. But like I said, if a woman has kids, I say she needs to go find a man who has his own kids, just because I feel like that's a lot easier than sitting over here having a man or a young guy who doesn't have kids at all to sit over here and deal with a woman who has kids. Because why not create your own family? You don't have to deal with her baby father or baby fathers, right, sitting over here getting upset with you, putting hands on their kids because they're being disrespectful in your home. So let's go ahead and see his response, right? Let's go ahead and see why she feels this way, because once again, no man wants to sit over here and pick up the burden of somebody else's children. That's just a fact.
I noticed some men don't like to date women that have kids.
Is this now? Can I ask this, is it normally men who already have children or men who don't have children?
Sometimes it's men that already have kids,
Hmm.
and which is sad because it's like you already have kids, but you don't want to date someone that has kids.
Hmm. Do you think that the economic times that we're in has a lot to do with that? Because I can see that a man who possibly have children with someone else, and then they come into a relationship with a woman who has children, they may not want to carry that financial load of responsibility of having to care for this child also.
Right. Economically, I don't know. That's a tough question, actually. It's very tough because, yeah, like I said, everything plays a part in everything. Economically, yes, it is hard.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Because when you look at like back then,
Yeah.
it was much more prevalent for a man to be open to taking a woman with children. It was easier to do that, especially when you consider being able to afford a bigger family back then.
But in today's time, it's not prevalent. Why is it not prevalent? Because number one, economy is very tough, right? Economy is very tough. So let's just say the man doesn't have kids, doesn't have his own set of kids, and he decides to deal with a woman and her set of kids. He has to deal with the economy, right? He has to sit over here and deal with having to struggle, make sure that he's good on his end, make sure that his woman is good, and then to make sure that her kid or kids is good. And not only that, he has to pick up most of the burden. And not only that, he has to deal with the baby fathers. He has to deal with the disrespect in the house. The mama doesn't want him to do whatever, or the father doesn't want him to discipline the kid. It's just a lose-lose situation, man, when you're trying to sit over here and, play the stepfather role. And the reason a lot of you women get irritated and get triggered when they hear stuff like this, when they hear men not wanting to pick up the burden of a single mother, right? Hey, I don't want to deal with that child. I don't want to have to deal with you. They always get upset. Well, why don't you want to do that? And they always pull well, you know what? Y'all men be wanting other women to help you take care of your children. Really not the case. I mean, I've never really seen a man sit up here and say, "Hey, man, and she got children. Oh, she loves children. That's what's up. Oh, that's what's up." You never really hear women sit over here use their child, right? Use their child as a way of getting a man's attention, as a way of getting a woman's number. Y'all see it in movies, and it's facts. You can do this stuff in real life, but you see it in movies, right? They do it a lot in movies where they will use a kid to be able to sit over here and get a woman's number. A lot of your women like that too. I mean, I've never seen a man sit over and say, "Ooh, but she fine. Oh, she even got a kid too. that makes it even better, boy. She loves kids. No, you always hear women sit over here say stuff like that. So like I said, that's something that's different, and that's something that just needs to be talked about, right? A lot of people, once again, a lot of you women don't like that because it's just a double standard. But hey, I mean, once again, you will even have women who would sit over here and salivate over men who have children, but you will never see a man salivate over a woman who has children. But when you tell women that, they get upset. They say, wait, well, that's just not fair. Well, that life isn't fair. Life isn't fair. Sorry. Now, even with your men who even have children of their own, once again, they still have to pick up the burden because, hey, look, now I'm gonna have to sit over here and take care of my kids, and I have to sit over here and take care of this woman and her children. Even then, the woman still won't even allow you to discipline that child, right? Well, you discipline your kids, I discipline mine. But in my household, I mean, he's sitting over here disrespecting me. He's sitting over here talking to my kids crazy, And once again, it's always going to be some issues. But I mean, hey, once again, that's just something that you want to consider before jumping into a relationship. Of course, with a single mother who has a bunch of kids. And I think women need to grow up and get away from there's a double standard like that. That's not even fair. I mean, hey, man, there's a lot of things that a lot of women do that's not fair, but it's just a double standard. Hey, and it is what it is. We have to take it on the chin. So y'all do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.